Bromley, general manager of the new Four Seasons Hotel in San Francisco and former general manager of the Four Seasons in Washington, D.C., keeps a sign on his office that says, "There is less to fear from outside competition than from inside inefficiency, discourtesy, and bad service." Companies like the Four Seasons apply CRM to maximize the revenue opportunity per customer, as well as creating a foundation for satisfaction that will drive customer loyalty. The focus is on maximizing profitability by providing metrics that help differentiate between high and low value customers by finding the answers to questions such as, who are my best customers? How do I attract them? How do I make sure that I'm selling them the products and services that are tailored to their specific and unique needs and still make money? In considering a customer relationship management program, there is no one-size-fits-all. Various industries interact differently with their customers. Since CRM applications offer functionality to enhance these interactions, it is important to match these with your business strategy as you implement. For example, American fashion retailer Nordstrom is renowned for its high level of customer service. So that was their starting point for implementing CRM. All of their tracking points begin with the in-store contact with the customer. Another company may be very good at targeting profitable customers and tracking how they attract and retain them. The metrics that most matter are those that answer 4 questions. Which customers are we winning and losing with? What impact is this having on our current and future corporate earnings? How do we plan to change the mix of customers to enhance shareholder value? And what is our mechanism for targeting and enhancing the value of customer income streams? Regardless of your product, your marketing process, or your means of acquiring capital investment, the key issue is what the impact is on the current and future value of customer income streams. The investment community today is asking about customer metrics, and they are beginning to punish those who cannot answer. For an example, after Merrill Lynch launched their online trading account called Unlimited Advantage, they highlighted in their earnings announcements the $60 to $65 billion Unlimited Advantage had attracted. However, investment analysts wanted to know how much of the $65 billion represented net new assets, that is, new customers, plus new wallet share from existing customers. Soon thereafter, E-Trade announced that they were growing the numbers of their new customers at 2 to 3 times the rate of their competitors, and much faster than Merrill or Charles Schwab. But then Schwab responded that the types of customers they were adding were worth much more than E-Trade's. At the end of the next quarter, when Merrill reported first quarter earnings, they led with the fact of $6 billion in net new money for their Unlimited Advantage account. When the second quarter earning profits were released, the Wall Street Journal's July 19, 2000 edition reported on the front page that Merrill and Schwab both reported strong second quarter earnings, but Schwab collected more than twice as much new customer money as its rival. The point is that analysts today know that customer income streams can be managed at the front line, and they have raised their expectations accordingly. When an organization is asked how much of their sales or earnings growth in a product category is a net new business, either from existing or new customers, a question implying knowledge of which customer income streams contribute what amount, there are 2 possible bad answers. Bad answer number 1 is, we don't know. That implies a fundamental ignorance of where the company is creating value at the forecasted rate and where it is not. Not knowing that, how likely is it that they are making informed decisions about what to do, to fix, to change, or how to improve? Bad answer number 2 is, we do know. And unfortunately, we are losing some of the most valuable customer income streams, those that have the highest potential value for increase in the future. Some time ago, Peter Drucker said, there is only one profit center, and that is the customer. Now that view is gaining importance among the investment community. From an organization's point of view, another way to express it is that today's fundamental language of business is about work, not about money. Of course you need certain outcomes. You need a strong balance sheet and a good P&L, but those are outcomes. The fundamental language of business is about things like customer satisfaction, speed, and error rates. Whether you use internal resources or a consultant to build your customer relationship management system, remember that it is an evolutionary process that requires a roadmap to guide you through the many junctions and potentially costly digressions. Once your roadmap is established, you will need the concerted effort of all the organization's people, processes, organizational culture, and technology. The plan should cover 3 areas: assessing your current state of customer interactions, articulating your future state of customer interactions, and developing the action plan to get there. In assessing the current state of customer interactions, the organization should consider these issues. Do you track and manage each customer as a single entity, or do individual sales offices maintain their own set of customer records, creating multiple records for the same customer across your organization? If it is the latter, you'll need to create a single record for each account. While not easy, it is necessary so you can create that consolidated view of each customer, regardless of their location or the number of your organization's different operations that are involved. Is your customer database information accurate and up to date? This current state assessment will highlight what customer administration procedures may need to be changed to make the new CRM activities effective. The way to articulate the organization's desired future state for customer interactions is to prioritize these various interactions and establish 2 lists. One for got to have functionality and the other for nice to have. This will help you when it comes time to establish the business cases and program budgets. The plan to build the system should take into account the people required, the information technology investments, and other resources needed to maintain the activity. You will need the support of people from throughout the organization, including the ultimate users, executive sponsors, and other people who will be asked to actively participate in the program. They should participate in activities, a pilot test, and help train others to use it during broad rollout. The action plan should also set out reasonable target timeframes and expected program milestones, which will help set management expectations. Managing change ultimately depends on a new style of leadership. The new leader must be a charismatic persuader, someone to whom others can relate, a person who can set sights higher than the next quarter's earnings report. Remember that in a world where so many are deprived, inefficiency is a sin. Today's leaders aren't cold and distant. They have a sense of empathetic identification. Because when you ask people to make changes, large, frightening changes, you need to enlist not just their minds, but also their hearts. You're not going to get passion in your organization for customer relationship management by talking about shareholder value. You have to give people a sense of transcendent purpose. You have to make them believe that it is important, that it can be done, and then show them how. This means mastering a new set of competencies. First, understanding the emotional side of people, from the management team to employees, and above all, customers. Second, they must understand the purpose and the capability of the technology available to them. And finally, they must know how to manage the vast amount of knowledge that that technology can capture. This is the ETK of customer relationship management: emotional competence, technology, and knowledge management. Let's begin with emotional competence. All emotions are, in essence, impulses to act, the instant plans for handling life that evolution has instilled in us. The root of the word emotion is motare, the Latin verb to move, plus the prefix e to connote move away. In simple words, the tendency to act is implicit in every emotion. Daniel Goleman's fascinating and persuasive book, Emotional Intelligence, argues that our view of human intelligence is far too narrow because it ignores a crucial range of abilities that are important to how we do in life. Drawing on brain and behavioral research, Goleman analyzed the factors at work when people of high IQ flounder, as well as when those of low IQ modes do surprisingly well. He concluded that these factors add up to a different way of being smart, what he terms emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, or EI, includes self-awareness, impulse control, persistence, zeal, self-motivation, empathy, and social deftness. These are the qualities that mark people who excel in real life. Peoples whose intimate relationships flourish, who are stars in the workplace. These are also the hallmarks of character and self-discipline, of altruism and compassion, basic capacities needed if any society is to thrive. As Goleman demonstrates, the personal cost of deficits in EI can range from problems in marriage and parenting to poor physical health. Lack of EI can sabotage the intellect and ruin careers. But the news is hopeful, because emotional intelligence is not fixed at birth. It can be nurtured and strengthened in all of us. There are 5 domains of emotional competence: knowing one's emotions, self-awareness, recognizing a feeling as it happens is the keystone of EI. The ability to monitor feelings from moment to moment is crucial to psychological insight and self-understanding. An inability to notice our true feelings will leave us at their mercy. People with greater certainty about their feelings are better managers of their lives, because having a surer sense of how one really feels about personal decisions makes for better decisions. Managing emotions, handling feelings so that they are appropriate, is an ability that builds on self-awareness. The capacity to soothe oneself, to shake off rampant anxiety, gloom, or irritability, and the consequences of failure are the basis for this emotional skill. People who are poor in this ability are constantly battling feelings of distress, while those who excel in it can bounce back far more quickly from life setbacks and upsets. Next, motivating oneself. Marshaling emotions in the service of a goal is essential for paying attention, for self-motivation and mastery, and for creativity. Emotional self-control, delaying gratification, and stifling impulsiveness underlies accomplishment of every sort. And being able to get into the flow enables outstanding performance. People who have this skill tend to be more highly productive and effective in whatever they undertake. Recognizing emotions in others, empathy, another ability that builds on emotional self-awareness is the fundamental people skill. The roots of empathy, the social cost of being emotionally tone deaf, are the reasons empathy kindles altruism. People who are empathetic are more attuned to the subtle social signals that indicate what others need or want. This makes them better at the caring professions, teaching, sales, and management. Lastly, handling relationships. The art of relationships is in large part the skill of managing emotions in others. Social competence and incompetence are the specific skills involved. These are the abilities that undergird popularity, leadership, and interpersonal effectiveness. People who excel in these skills do well at anything that relies on interacting smoothly with others. They are social stars. In 1992, the life insurance division at American Express Financial Advisors developed an emotional competence training program in an effort to discover why clients who needed life insurance were not buying it. Research suggested that a major barrier was the financial advisor's emotional reactions to the process. Consequently, the company developed and tested a training program designed to help these advisors cope more effectively with the emotional conflicts that they sometimes encountered in working with clients around life insurance matters.